My last weekly weight loss vlog went out late last week. Reason being is because I totally forgot to do it. Just slipped my mind. I just didn't think about doing it. But now it's out there. Hopefully, definitely when this has been released. I am doing it Sundays. I just want you to know that that is the day it's coming out. It's just just didn't think about it. Okay, so recently what I've done is I've worked out that my laptop that I bought from a catalogue, that can't run Vive. I didn't even think it could, but my thought was that if I could get a laptop that runs the HTC Vive well, I could exercise more, because I would do it more. I'd do a lot more gaming standing up. I'd do a lot more with it if it was more mobile, more easier to set up. Now, at the moment, what I'm doing, or I was doing, I've stopped doing it because it's difficult and I can't do it all the time because it's got arthritis, but it doesn't. Neither you know that. What I was doing was I was carrying up my PC from downstairs, upstairs, then plugging in all the HTC Vive stuff, right? Playing for about an hour because I was so tired from doing all of that setup that I got about an hour exercise. Then, well, I suppose setting it up was exercise, but I had about an hour playing on it, and then I was like just completely pooped out. So then I'd have to put it all away again, and then I'd have to carry my PC all the way downstairs after doing a workout with my HTC Vive, which, to be honest, is at the moment, because I'm not that capable of doing that much exercise, was very, very strenuous on me. Now, yeah, okay, I was doing exercise, was exercising, but I was over-exercising, really, if I'm going to be totally honest with you. So, my thought is, if I could get somehow a powerful laptop, or one powerful enough to run the HTC Vive and has enough room in it to have my games on it, I could set that up in my room, a gaming laptop in my room, set the HTC Vive up on it, and then I could do VR. And I'm going to be honest with you, there's a lot of games out there that are exercise that you have to move. I mean, that's what it's all about. And I think that couple that with the going out is a kind of a workout. And I think with that, I'd be able to lose more weight. The problem with that is that I can't afford the one-off, I can't afford to pay out that much money at this point. I could in the future, if I saved up, and I'm going to try and look into doing that, because I think it would be a good idea. And also, it would make my HTC Vive a lot more portable, because, I mean, let's be honest, the light system that I've got at the moment is on tripods, which means the tripods can be brought down and disconnected, carried wherever I need to go to play the Vive, and then constructed back up again. So it would be a lot more portable and a lot easier to get around to places. I could go to my friend's house and stuff like that, and we could play there and just stuff like that, you know. It would be amazing. But that's just that. Anyway, as per weight loss, I haven't gone stricter than I was before, and the reason that I'm exactly the same strictness. And the reason for that is I don't know how much, the thing is, last week, my body, I think, was in shock because I was restricting my calorie intake, and it was in panic mode. I think that after a few weeks, it's going to settle down, and then things are going to I'm going to start to lose weight, and hopefully more rapid speed.
due to the fact that I'm not eating that many things now, the possibility is that I'm in starvation mode, and if I am, then it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna take a while for it to. It is gonna take a while for it to adapt. Now, it was hard to stay on the road after only losing 2 pounds, but after thinking about it and really thinking about it, I got over that, and I'm still on the road. So it was a bit of a hiccup. It's not nice to do all that work and then realise then after that you've done all that work that what you wanted to achieve hasn't been accomplished. But I really shouldn't beat myself up. I really should look at it and go, I had a weight loss, and if I have a guaranteed weight loss every week or every month, no, every week till Christmas, except for a few hiccups here and there, then everything should be fine. There is one thing though, and that is that my parents have booked a sun getaway holiday to Devon. Was it Devon? I think it was Devon. And the last time we went on a holiday, I just ate wherever I wanted to eat, and I didn't put on that much weight actually, if I'm going to be honest, when I got back. So it wasn't too bad, but it was still a setback on my weight loss. It was still difficult because of that hump, and each hump that I allow within my year makes it even harder to lose the weight at the rapid speed I want to lose. So the possibility is that if we do go away, I have to treat it as though I'm just somewhere else, enjoy the place that I go to, and eat as I would normally at home. And it's difficult, but I think that I could do it. I reckon that it is possible for me to do it, you know, to stay on track, like have a normal breakfast and one meal out for 4 days it would be in a week. So I would have to, I don't know, I mean, it's going to be difficult for me. If I go away, it's going to be difficult for me to stay on track that week. It's only going to be 1 week out of how many I don't know. Well, 4 days out of how many I don't know. So we'll see what happens when it comes to it. I might allow it, I might not. Right now I'm thinking I don't know what I'll do. Okay, so it looks like I'm getting a new laptop for my room. It was a huge, expensive thing to buy, but in the long run, it's not for enjoyment, although I'm going to enjoy it. It's to promote exercise with myself, because I was using it before. I was using the HTC Vive to exercise. That is dancing programs and stuff like that. Now, it's physical, and I think I talked about that yesterday. But what happened yesterday was I was running a benchmark test on my laptop to see if it would be able to sustain VR. And the graphics card just isn't good enough on my Lenovo to be able to run virtual reality. Now, the machine, the way I was playing VR before was I was bring my computer from downstairs upstairs, and it's so heavy, this machine, that I would be tired by the time I got it set up. So I wouldn't be able to do that much exercise. So I thought to myself, I needed to be more portable. So I needed a laptop. Now, I didn't really think much of it, but I mentioned it to my mum, and she said that she wouldn't mind paying for the laptop, and I pay it back. So like kind of a loan from my parents. Now the laptop I bought was $1,499.99, so $1,499 £500 short of by a penny. I hate it when they do that. No idea why they do. So, and it's a razor. It's the one just under the Alienware in specs. Now, it's better than what you need to run VR, but not the amazing one, which would have cost me about $2,500, and I know there was just no way I was paying that. There was no need, and it was too powerful. And really, the only reason you're paying so much for it is because it's Alienware, and it's all fashionable now to have Alienware, and they have like this glowing thing as the laptop comes on and all that kind of thing. They've got all this shit. It looks really good. I mean, don't get me wrong, an Alien laptop looks amazing, and if I had the money, I would have bought that, because, well, everyone swears by it for gaming. But at least I think they do. But the Razer is good enough, and it's expensive. I mean, it's expensive. It's an expensive laptop. I gotta pay my mum £150 a month on top of what I already pay her. So I'm gonna be paying her £350 a month. So it's £150 towards the laptop and her rent. Now I can afford it and still be able to pay everything else and do everything I need to do. However, it does mean that I'm not going to be able to buy any games or any food. I'm going to be living like sans, like, I will have cash, but I want to, it won't be as relaxing as it was before. But that's only until November. By November time, then I would have paid it off. So we're looking at, I'm gonna be, and this is now gonna be a thing, every day. I'm going to be going out for a walk. Then I'm going to do some VR gaming, possibly as my second thing to exercise with, and this is going to stop me from sitting down constantly, which is something that really needs to be addressed. And I'm still gaming, but I'm gaming standing up. And virtual reality is amazing. I'm just throwing that out there. Virtual reality is amazing. Now, bearing in mind that I'm not going to be able to play virtual reality constantly standing up. I'll probably use it sitting down as well, but I'm going to be exercising with it and using Beat Saber and all those kind of things to increase my heart rate level, to be able to, basically moving aerobically, which in turn is going to burn more calories, which is going to increase my weight loss. And that's what I'm looking at. So yeah, it's mobile now, but I gotta wait for it to come. I think it's going to be coming in about 5 to 7 working days, so it's about a week. So this week I'm going to be skipping Thursday for my vlog entry, because I have not much time to be able to record it at all, due to the fact that I'm going to be recording on Thursday morning until late, and then I'm going to Slimming Club in the evening. So I'm going to have no time to record. So I'm going to give a few updates now about some things that I've been thinking about. Some of it good, some of it bad. The reason being, and I'll give you an update on how I'm feeling about my weight loss. Okay. So first off, today I was watching a documentary about how the government, or the UK government as it is at the moment, is forgetting about people, letting people slip through the cracks into poverty with an alarming rate.
and it's all to do with like certain changes to do with how our social security or our welfare is being undermined every day. Now, there are some points in the documentary where I was thinking, okay, that's just common sense. And then there's other times in the documentary where I believe they had a point. Now, the bits that I don't think they had a point with was when you get a lump sum of money, and that lump sum of money should be used to pay bills. Now, it's not an excuse to say that you don't know how to budget your money. It's not an excuse. I'm sorry. But if you've been given your money to you by the Social Security to pay your rent on top of your own universal credit, which they do, they pay you more if you're working and you're living in a house so that you can pay the rent and still pay for your ongoing stuff. If you use that money to buy alcohol and get drunk and to party and to buy more food than you need and to buy little bits and pieces to make your life easier, then that's not what the money's for. And to be honest, you've only got yourself to blame. The bits that I don't like and the points that they made were that there are some people out there that don't know how to use a computer, that can't get online, that don't have a bank account because they can't get a bank account because they don't have a static abode. Now, that's true. Once you lose your house or any kind of when you lose your house, to a certain point, there is a certain point within life where you're not going to be able to get universal credit. But like on the job seekers side of it, before all of these stupid changes, you were able to get that money to assist you. So what's happened is people who can't get online or don't know how to get online or don't know how to use a computer, don't know any of that, they can't get their money. They can't even sign up. And there are people that can't get a bank account because there's no way they, and the thing is, before, when on JSA, if you didn't have a bank account, then they would give you, if you had a good reason why you can't get a bank account, they would give you a gyro, which you could then cash at a post office. Now you don't get that. You don't get that because everything is online. And there are some people that don't know how to do it. They really don't. And I don't think the government understand this. It's like saying, right, okay, so you don't know how to, you don't know how to do this, but you've got to do it. Well, then you're going to make mistakes. You're going to get depressed. You're not going to want to do it because you can't do it. I suppose if they had some way of putting like in place some people that could do it for you, then maybe. But then that's what the government should be doing. Like realistically, they should be allowing people to phone up to join in. It's just messed up. It's just messed up. I don't want to go into too much detail into that because it doesn't really matter. I just wanted to say that my feelings about, at the moment, I am so happy that I've got a mother and father that haven't kicked me out of the house, because without them I wouldn't have a house, I wouldn't have anything. It's as simple as that. I wouldn't even have food on my plate. If it wasn't for my mum and dad, I think that I would be just in shit street. I would be just, my life wouldn't be worth living. I probably would have ended it. I don't know if I would have been able to handle the fact. I wouldn't be able to handle it. My life now, I look at what I've got and I realise that what I've got, it's a miracle. It's without it, I wouldn't be able to live without it now. My life is like overrun with technology and stuff like that, where, well, I'm talking about a camera at the moment. This camera was given to me by my parents. Had almost everything I've got. You know, I feel sorry for people that can't do it. Anyway, as for my weight loss, I've been doing good. I still haven't been overeating. I still haven't been eating what I shouldn't be eating. And I am trying to exercise. Yesterday I didn't exercise, but there's times when I can't walk. And having to push myself out the door to go and do it is so difficult. There's a point in life where the overweightness, the heaviness or whatever, the fat, the weight on your joints causes your joints to stop responding like they should do, and you end up getting a lot of pain from moving. And at that point, that's when it's going to be the most difficult to lose the weight. So I pretty much left it too long to get this weight off before my body collapses, because it is collapsing now. And let's be honest, it is collapsing. And being able to get out and exercise at this weight level is not good, and it's detrimental. I'm cutting my life short. I'm really cutting my life short, and I'm trying my best to pull myself out of a pit that I've created myself. And seeing that pit, I mean, there are things about my life which are freaking amazing, okay? And that I would never want to give up. And then there are things in my life where I just want to punch myself in the face for being an absolute toss bag. That's just it. It's the crux of the matter. Who I used to be and who I am now, the person I used to be, I think I would hate to have as a friend. The person I am now, then that's different. The person I am now is a good person. Could be better, but is a good person. And it's taken me years to be able to get there. Oh my God, what have I done to myself? Oh, I laugh about it, but it's the truth. Anyway, we're on the right road now. Let's try and get myself out of this pit I've made myself. I mean, I've ruined my teeth as well by just being lazy and not cleaning. It's just, rubbish. Oh, I've left it so late. But hey, I'm on the right road. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm getting there. We're going to get there. I got to stay positive. I got to stay positive about it, and I just got to go on. I got to do it. It's as simple as that. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it. And I'm getting there. So, yeah, I suppose that's all I wanted to say today. Oh, yeah. And if you're ever on a bus and the bus driver doesn't make you pay for your ticket, don't moan about not being charged for the ticket on the bus, because then by the time you get off the bus, you're going to have to pay for your ticket. I'm just saying that if you have fortunate enough to not be charged for something, don't complain that you haven't been charged for it. Now, I know you probably wouldn't, but there was someone today who did. And it just, the stupidity of people. I don't like to brag, but the thing is, I'm not going to talk about my IQ. I'm not. But I'm just going to say that I'm quite intelligent. My brain lets me see things which I don't really want to see, and I have to cope with it mentally, because I don't know what it is, but whenever I see someone being stupid or someone going on about something stupid, I get actually physically angry that that person is so pathetic that they can't think properly for themselves. And it's not right, because everyone's different and everyone should be allowed to think whatever they want. But there's sometimes when you really just want to shake a person and say, look, I'm telling you these things not because I'm lying to you, but because that is the reality of your universe, and you need to realize that so that you can carry on and evolve as a person, rather than believing something that's not real. Because when you believe in something that's not real, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes that belief can be detrimental to your own personal growth. I'm not going to go into details, okay, because I don't want to rile people, and it's not my place. But I'm just saying, sometimes that belief that you have could stop you from evolving mentally, physically, in every way. Because we are always evolving. Not our bodies. I'm not saying that I'm growing wings, that would be stupid. But we are always mentally evolving. Our intelligence grows because of the intelligence before it. I'd like to explain that a little bit, but I'm not going to because, like I said, it's not my place, okay? Do your own research. I'm not a preacher. I don't know if it's my arthritis or what, probably my arthritis, but it's my left ankle has been playing up recently. And it's been difficult to walk around. To be honest, it's been difficult to sit down most of the time. It's not like excruciating pain, but it's enough to know that it's there and it's making me limp. It's making exercise a lot more difficult than it normally is. So it's a little bit. It's put me down a little bit, but I haven't eaten to compensate for it. So still haven't ate food, which is a good thing because eating to get around this and around whatever depression I've had, which I haven't at the moment, is only exasperating the problem, making it worse. And I'm not enjoying it, but I know that it'll go away eventually. Anyway, on a lighter note, my laptop apparently at this point in time has reached Bristol, and it's either going to be delivered today or tomorrow, I would assume. So I'm going to have that soon. Now, I thought about it for a bit. It took me a while to actually get my head around it. The fact that I have a laptop which is that has the ability to play any games that I can play downstairs, and the fact that Steam has a streaming facility between connected PCs on a network, I probably, in fact, that there's no doubt will be able to record me playing games again. I didn't get much traction with it, but I'll be able to do a lot more of that. Probably on the Vive, if I'm going to be honest with you. So maybe that's going to be the next step. I'm going to be bringing some Vive videos to YouTube and possibly some other gaming videos, but I'm not going to promise anything, basically, because you know what I'm like. Being the writer, producer, director of my internet show can be quite daunting. Yeah, I'm have fun. Anyway, today I'm recording my show down at Bro Radio. I've decided, this was last week, that I make a playlist before I go down there, so that I know what songs I'm going to be playing. And I think I'm going to use some of the tracks that I had in last week's show in this week's show, because how many days has gone by, and is anyone really watching? Is anyone really listening? It seems like I'm doing a lot of things that people aren't even interested in. Is that soul destroying? That nobody cares enough to... Yes, sometimes it is. But I live with it. I do it because I enjoy it. It is true. I'm sorry, I'm being a bit negative today. I think it's something to do with my ankle. It's making me feel very negative today. Don't worry though, today is the beginning of a new diet week, which means that I get to weigh in and I reset my sins today. So I did a good week last week, and I'm hoping that this reflects on the scales. To be honest, I'll be happy if it's 2 pounds off. I'm not even kidding, because let's be honest, after about 12 months, that would be 7.5 stone off, and that's more than acceptable. However, I'm hoping, I am still striving for half my own body weight, and I am going to increase my exercise as soon as I have the ability to do so. At the moment it's difficult, so I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but you know, I've got a whole year, and really we're still in January. Okay, so it seems as though Slimming World's theory about the fact that if you really go from eating a lot of food to not eating much, your body retains fat. Because this week I lost ½ pound. This does not reflect how much work I've been putting in, how much food I'm not eating. My body does not reflect it's slowing down. It went from 3 to 2 and now to half. I'm doing the same thing that I was doing, and it's slowing down. It's not speeding up. The fat is not coming off me. I believe that I'm not eating enough. I mean, this might seem strange to you as a concept, but I really seriously believe I'm not eating enough food, and my body is retaining the fat just in case I don't get food, so that it can slowly use it when it needs it. I think the body is constructed this way, and this kind of proves it, the fact. Now, I kind of thought that they have told us this, but I didn't believe it until I'd actually done it. And I can assure you that the amount of food I ate, it was only barely enough to sustain my body size. Now, because I got such a large body size, it needs more. So because it needs more to maintain the size I am, which I don't want, it retains the fat, which is ridiculous, especially when it's unhealthy and it's killing you. I suppose it doesn't, there's no way of explaining it unless you were in it. And it's crazy. I actually have to eat more food, even though I want to lose, because I want to lose weight, I've got to eat more food than I'm eating. I can't starve myself. It's, I could, no. That's not the point. No. I could. If I stopped eating completely, my body eventually would start using up the fat reserves, but it would use it up really slowly and only when it really needs it. And that means that my weight loss would actually slow down to a slow crawl. It would actually happen, because eventually you would have to use all the energy. But it's crazy that I have to eat more food in order to lose weight. Although, saying that, going forward, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a staple of about 7 sins a day. I'm deliberately going to eat 7 sins a day. That's what I'm going to have. Right, it's supposed to be 15, but I'm going to eat 7 sins a day. And that's what I'm going to have. And I'm actually going to have those 7 sins each day. And then when I need to find that level when my body is going to go, right, okay, so he is having a constant steady amount of food, we can start using the fat reserves that I need. It needs to be so that the body doesn't feel like it's being starved. So I have to find that level. So I have to find the level. So what I'm doing right now is not working. It's just not working. And eating too much food is not working. So I have to eat. I can't eat what a normal person eats either, because if I eat what a normal person eats, I'm not going to lose any weight, because my body is too large for that. So I have to, it's weird. It's really weird. So anyway, my Slimming World consultant has asked me to write down everything I'm eating. I'm going to do that. I'm going to continue what I was doing, except every day I'm going to have at least 7 sins, and I'm going to deliberately do it so that I'm going to add those into my meals. So it's like, like I have a yogurt. I usually have a yogurt, but that's only like 1 sin. A mug shot, that's another sin. So then I have 5 left over that I have to add into my meals. So I'm going to have gravy on my dinner rather than what I haven't been doing. I haven't been having gravy, so I'm going to have gravy and that kind of thing. Also, I looked into it. I've got irritable bowel syndrome. I've had it for a while now. It's probably to do with my size, but it says that irritable bowel syndrome can cause your body to retain weight in certain respects, such as water and other things like that. So what I need to do as well is I need to stop eating stuff that causes me to have an IBS attack. So that's I have to limit the amount of spicy food that I'm eating. So I did start having chili sauce. I'm going to stop eating my beans in the morning. I have beans in the morning. I have a protein breakfast. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to cut my cheese down to what it used to be, and then we're going to see what happens next week, this week, which is next week. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I've got my plan, and let's see if it works. Well, this is the last entry for this week. I put off recording my show until today. I'm going to be going down there to do that today. I'm a bit out of breath. I do apologise. I just walked upstairs to do this quickly before I walked. Okay, so generally the Vive is working fantastic. The laptop that was bought to run the Vive is amazing. It's lightweight. It's an extremely good, oh my god, that doesn't even cut it. It is an amazing laptop. If you get the chance ever to either to buy a Razer, I know a lot of people are going, oh, okay, so the peripherals for Razer, they break too easily, and I get that, but the laptop, I haven't had it for long, but I'm already in love with it. It's designed so well. It's so fast. It runs things like a normal computer, but it's so small. I can't express how shocked I am at how powerful this small thing is. It is so good. I know. I'm actually quite shocked, because I was expecting my last laptop that I got. It was a Lenovo. Never again. So the Lenovo were done by the Motorola company, and it's supposed to be a cheap laptop. I bought it from the catalogue. Stupid me. They always mark up stuff on a catalogue, and I used that to buy the Lenovo. When it came, I was like, oh yeah, laptop, and I unwrapped it, and I opened it up, and I messed about with the keys, did the install, and then as it installed and it came up, it took forever to turn on. It took forever to load up. And you want to know why it took so long to load up? Because it had so much software on there that the RAM was just eaten up in a few seconds, and then the boot sequence took so long because it kept loading up all this rubbish I didn't need in the background. And you open up the tray and it's just horrible. It's horrible. And I'm like, well, why did you put all of that shit? All I needed them to do, right, is not giving me all this stupid software that I don't use. I kept turning it off. After a while, I was installing stuff, but unfortunately, it took so long to wipe this thing clean of all the crap they put on there that I ended up just messing up. I don't know what I'd done. It slowed down so much, and it kept updating these things I didn't want to update, and then leaving stuff. Oh, it was horrible. It was the worst laptop I've ever bought. So obviously, naturally, I was expecting this laptop to be a little bit better than that, but not great. And it turned out that this laptop is leaps and bounds ahead of it, and only for a little bit more money. And I'm like, I can't believe I bought that brick. I can't believe I put my money towards buying such a useless turd as the Lenovo laptop. Motorola. Don't buy it. Just don't buy it. Don't buy a Lenovo Motorola laptop. Because it was awful. Awful. I know that's negative, but who cares? That's how I feel. I'm not making any money off this anyway. So yes, the Razer laptop. Oh, it's like butter. And it runs my Vive. I can plug it in so quickly. I just plug in some power leads and put on the mask and I'm away. As before, it was carry a computer upstairs, plug it all in, get it all running, then have problems because I'm not on the Wi-Fi, so I have to go offline with Steam. And going offline with Steam is so annoying because it goes, oh, are you here? Are you here? It doesn't like to do it because it wants to be in connection so it knows what you're doing. I don't like that. It does my nutting. Anyway, Steam is okay, actually, if I'm going to be honest, as a program. I do love Steam, don't get me wrong. Buying games and stuff, although to be honest, Epic Launcher apparently is vying for top slot there. But that doesn't matter. We're not going to go into it. This is about my weight loss journey. Now, I've continued to do my weight loss as I was supposed to do. I'm doing extra exercise due to having the Vive connected. I have not significantly reduced my food intake. I've kept it the same, and I'm writing down everything I'm eating. Everything that's going in here is going down on a piece of paper, which I'm going to then print out and give to my Slimming World consultant. Now, I'm hoping that when I give the Slimming World consultant the piece of paper, she can balance my diet out to be able to get the weight loss I want. And I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do it so I can get the weight loss I want. Okay? If she tells me I've got to reduce my breakfast, or I've got to do something different with my breakfast, or I've got to do something different with my main meals, I will do it because I am determined. And that's where I'm at the moment. I want to lose weight so badly that I am determined to do anything. If they tell me that I got to get a blood transfusion, I fucking will do it. If that would help me lose weight. It won't. That was just an analogy. Really crappy analogy, but an analogy all the same. Now I have to run. I have to go down to the radio station today and do 3 hours in a recording studio. And you would think that I would want to do that due to the fact that it is in fact my fondest dream to be on the radio. However, I have been feeling lately as I don't want to do it. And it's the same as with YouTube, which is what I'm back to doing now. And the reason being is because I don't get any feedback, I don't get any input, I don't get anything. I get it from my dad because my dad sometimes listens to my show, but I don't get it from anyone else. I don't get any emails. I don't get well done. I don't get a tap on the back. I don't get any recognition at all for anything I'm doing. And when somebody doesn't get any recognition for anything they're doing, be it negative or good, you don't have any room to be able to improve yourself and to get better at the job so that you can eventually do what you want to do with life. So at the moment, I'm in a place where I'm thinking nobody cares, my slot is rubbish, and it's making it difficult for me to give a shit about anything right now, other than my goal to lose weight. That is it. Everything else can go, just, it can leave. However, we have to continue on the road that we've put ourselves on and hope that in the future something may pan out from it. It's the only thing we can do. Anyway, that's the end of this vlog, and thanks for watching. Give me some thumbs up, love. Subscribe for more, share with your friends, or any of that. If you don't want to do that, post in the comments. If you don't want to post in the comments, then c'est la vie. And I'll see you guys next time.